Um, what do you think would happen if Mike Tyson made that same joke? All right. Thank you so much. Alors, put the volume all the way down. Perfect. You got it. All right. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you. Oh, you got two today. Hello, hello. All right. Today, I want to. So, welcome to another day in paradise. We are on.
Starts well.
We are on another episode, and I know we came in a little late, but it also gave us the opportunity to see a little bit what was going on and the reactions, etc. And I'm talking obviously about the Will Smith.
Yeah.
How would you call it? Like drama or event? Anyways.
Beep.
Yeah, it definitely was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did not watch it in live because, to be honest, who watches the Oscars really?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I
Okay.
watched it live actually,
All right.
and
So how did you react? Did you think it was all fake?
at the beginning, yes.
Okay, because a lot of people thought that, right?
At the beginning, yes, because the way, like the way it all went down. So he starts with his little,
Routine.
jokes and stuff, and then he makes the joke about Will Smith's wife, and
Which he starts off by, Jada, I love you, and then he starts
Yeah.
off by saying, well, but GI Joes, etc.
no, but the thing is that Will Smith actually laughed at that joke.
exactly.
And
Well, yeah,
So that's the first thing that you see, and you see that his wife goes like, "Oh man."
yeah. She rolls her eyes. She's like,
Yeah.
oh god, she really didn't appreciate that joke, and then boom.
And then he goes up to stage, and I thought he was gonna do like some kind of stunt or something, and he slaps him. And when you see that slap, you're like, he's not gonna do that. Not in the Oscars,
Yeah. Well, let's go back here first. So Jada has a sickness, which I cannot remember, but she loses her hair. It's sad,
Yeah,
especially for a
but-
woman.
But that's one of the things that is even that makes things even like more shocking is that it's not, like it's not that big of a sickness. Basically, it's becoming bald. Like men
Yeah.
become bald.
Well, it's
So
but
it's not that. Like
of
the
course,
only
it's
thing
not
that you
life
can
threatening.
that you can say is that you can make jokes about how somebody looks or whatever, but Kevin Hart gets jokes about him being short
All the time.
all the time. Like they.
But he uses it as in
Yeah.
his advantage. He makes fun of it. He's like, and he's hilarious with Shaquille O'Neal, and Shaq is
Yeah,
exceptionally
exactly.
big, and he is exceptionally small, and they go at it, and they ping pong, they play ping pong together. Like, oh, you're short, you're like ugly Shrek, and oh, you're like a midget. Where are you? I couldn't see you. Sorry, somebody was talking to me. Anyways, but I think for a woman to lose her hair is.
No,
It's not a.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I can get that, but does that justify slapping the guy?
So here is my reaction when I heard about it. I saw it, and before I saw it in live, I read a couple things about it, and some people said, "Oh, it was fake, it was staged," and some people said, "No, it was not staged," for a very simple reason. He used the F word on the Oscars on live TV with millions of people watching, which even if it was staged, they would do something funnier. And then I watched it. And he said, "Hey, Jada, like, I love you, but hey, if G.I. Joe, whatever joke, it was not the...
Jane, yeah.
It was not...
It wasn't even if she was really sick and
Yeah.
stuff. It wasn't that bad of a joke.
It wasn't that bad of a joke. It wasn't that
to be
funny of a joke. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
it was
I
okay.
think that Chris Rock actually went for a joke that wouldn't offend them. Like it's
Exactly.
very light joke.
Very light, very
You know?
light. To say you are bold, and let me go step by step. Then he went on stage, and we saw him walking, and when he slapped him, like, these are A-list actors. They would sell the slap a lot better than this. That was a real slap, because even the sound was like all natural. And I don't know if you ever been slapped or punched, but it looked very, very real. And when so obviously he started laughing at first, but when his wife like rolled her eyes and she's like, oh my God, then he's like, oh really, oh my, all right, let me so testosterone probably like shoot off the roof, and like he's like, okay, all right, let me go man cave, man. He's like, okay, let me defend her honor. And he went there and he slapped him. I thought he would like go up there and maybe take the mic and say, this is not funny, like you should make fun of the whatever, something.
That would have been more appropriate, like
it would have been
saying like, you shouldn't make fun of this kind of conditions, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Whatever, and like make him look like
look like an asshole. And even that would be like a little bit bad, but like,
yeah,
you know, like Kanye West when he went on I mean, some kind of music
MTV,
award show, MTV award, the Grammys, and he said, okay, you know, Beyonce deserves. I will let you finish, but Beyonce.
You saw the answer of Taylor Swift.
I think she
did a very intelligent answer where she was like, where she made up with Kanye West through that stuff, saying that Kanye West has the best career of all time.
Yeah. And, she used it like, go with the flow. Don't like
because the one guy that came off on top, in my opinion, is Chris Rock, because he had like the most professional reaction.
Exactly.
Like,
and his ticket sales went through the roof.
Of course.
And people were like, he came up on top. That's for sure.
Having that kind of reaction, you know, being slapped in front of everyone, continuing the show.
He could have stopped the whole show and like ruined everything, called the cops. I want the cops right now.
That's the thing. What me personally shocked me, because one of the things that made me think it was staged is that the guy received his Oscar 20 minutes later with standing ovations and stuff.
Exactly.
And I'm like, imagine like any other field, you do this, you're out.
Yeah, for like, sure. If a plumber did that to one of his colleagues, he would be like arrested. If any career,
course.
like, but the A-list celebrities, it's fine.
And there's another thing that kind of like, once you analyze a bit, the situation is a bit disturbing, is that it's Will Smith. And for a guy,
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but yeah, it was Will Smith. I concur.
Like, it's a guy that puts a lot of his social media attention and stuff on giving life lessons, on
love,
like,
it's praising love and God and values,
like this,
happiness.
Like this. And when you start giving lessons to people, you can't afford to slip.
Yeah, absolutely. And his wife does that too. You know, they have the red table kind of thing. Exactly. We don't have the red table. Real wood, baby. Real wood from Morocco, baby. But anyways, they have the... Yeah. And also what was interesting, before we move on to the reactions and to our interpretations of things, is she actually made a video a week before, and she embraces it. And she said, well, I am bald. I have this kind of like a sickness where I lose my hair, etc. And you know what? If you don't like it, that's your problem. I don't care. I love myself the way I am, and I don't care about your opinion. Guess what? Blah, blah, blah. So she was like, awesome. Perfect. Yeah, she lost her hair. To be honest, she looks good with no hair. That's fine. And now Will Smith laughed at the joke. Then he saw his wife reacting badly to the joke, and then he had a spike of testosterone, and he's like, oh, let me defend her honor. And he went and he slapped him. And on his way back, as soon as he turned around, he was smirking.
Yeah, it was like proud.
Exactly. He was like rolling his shoulders, like pumping his chest, and like going back to his seat like he didn't expect anything. And I know a lot of men, a lot of celebrities, and a lot of people in general, they said, he would have slapped me like right away. It would be a reflex. Like, and like Chris Rock had his hand behind his back, I don't know what exactly he expected. I'm sure he expected anything but that. And when he got slapped, like Will Smith just turned around and walked back to his seat. Like he didn't expect any reaction from Chris Rock. Believe me.
Yeah.
Don't try that with anybody else. Like Chris Rock is an angel. Like I'm sure,
and he's so professional.
so professional. But anyways, so now a lot of comedians reacted to it, and some comedians said, "Well, I mean, I think from what I heard and what I read, 99% of the people sided up with Chris Rock. Like very, very few people. I mean, it's very hard to side with Will Smith because this is violence and nobody wants to be on the side of violence. But nobody tried to say, well, you know, but some people sometimes they honor him and it's a special night for everybody. You can't make people feel little, etc., etc. Nobody, like very, very few people said that. Most people, the majority of people said Chris Rock was a very good professional. He did not ruin that night, even though that night will be remembered when as the night where when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and which is very sad for other people who worked really hard to achieve that night, to win an Oscar, etc. It shadowed everything they did, and it like people will remember this edition of the Oscars as when Will Smith made magic happen. I guess.
But his wife actually had a lot of flashback because everybody is considering things as if she ordered the hit. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's.
Do you think she told him go get him, or she just reacted like as she was very hurt and he just?
I don't know, because one of the there's two things. You know, we've all been in a situation where we kind of like get that
of course
spike of anger or whatever.
Of course,
but usually,
ego.
Yeah, but usually there's like a time limit to it before, like, especially when you're at the Oscars, right? And it's a long walk to Chris Rock. We didn't see his wife go, bro, chill out, or
relax.
anything, and we didn't see and everyone was like smiling when he was walking up. Everyone was like, oh, something is about to go down, but something funny, like he's gonna take the mic, make a joke. I don't know, like
you know why I felt scared? Because I felt not scared but sad. No, but I felt a little bit sad, to be quite honest, and I think a lot of people felt the same way. People felt like Chris Rock was bullied and there was nothing he could do about it. They felt like Chris Rock was scared because when Will Smith went to his seat and he started screaming, take my my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, etc., etc. And he screamed it really hard and really intensely. And he said, all right, I will, all right. Like, I felt sad for him. Like, get him with a joke. Get him with like, dude, you're an asshole. You slapped me. I just made a fucking joke. This is my job to make a joke. You're an asshole. And now Will Smith would not stand up again. I'm sure security would pop up and it would like break them up. But like, I felt very sad when he said, at least now that he slapped you, you were a little bit shocked. Now that a few seconds passed and he's sitting down and he's still harassing you like verbally, like just tell him you are an asshole. Like, it was a joke. This is my job to, if you don't like jokes, don't come.
Yeah,
you know?
I get that, but I don't think that it was that much the bully side. Me personally, I didn't feel that. I just felt that that Chris Rock looked at the situation, saw that it brought out a lot of stuff, was smart enough because he's been in a lot of stories and stuff. Like I think he knows his way around problems, and he knows how a word or something can make things go like blow up out of proportions and stuff.
Absolutely.
So I think he simply said, all right, just chill out.
Let me diffuse the situation.
Let me diffuse the situation. I don't think that it was that much of like fear or anything. I think it was just being smart.
I don't know. Okay,
and I think he won because basically one came out as an asshole,
Of course.
and the other like sold out tickets. It's for his
Absolutely.
tour in
Absolutely.
1 hour. So
Absolutely. So I don't know. A lot of people reacted to it. I know Denzel Washington said, when you are at your peak, that's when the devil comes and get you. I mean, he was. They are both like A-listers, and they are both at their peaks. So I think is that we idolize those celebrities so much. We tend to forget that they are just like anybody, and they could snap at any time.
yeah, but they have a responsibility.
You think they have more of a responsibility because they are celebrities?
Of course. This is why we talked about it in another podcast. This is why a football player can't kick a cat. This is why stuff, because they have a responsibility. People look up to them, especially someone that puts himself in a position of lesson giver. Even more. Yeah,
and in a way, celebrities make some of that money or most of that money, and some people might argue all of that money because they are celebrities.
Of course.
And this is part of course, they are good actors, good athletes, etc., etc. But they are pushed up because of us, because of people who watch them. If nobody watches football, they would not make millions of dollars. If nobody watches Will Smith, he wouldn't make. So they owe us to be like not perfect, but at least to behave.
No, especially in the public eye. You see, if we read in an article, Oscar backstage, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. It's not the same as live television, one of the most watched shows in the world, where and not only one of the most watched show, but even one of the most conservative and respected shows. Like, you can't curse on that show. You can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's like wearing a suit. You don't get into a fight in a suit. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
I think it's also a lot of people said that comedians now are a little bit worried that people would not like a joke and they would come up stage and attack them.
Yeah.
And some comedians, they attack you, like they try to tease you, and that's part of the thing. And of course, is it gonna start like a trend of like people being offended and like going up stage and trying to do something about it?
Because that's the exact point why I find Chris Rock being that much of a professional, is that nowadays it's so easy to play the victim and be like, look what happened to me, and this and this and this. And he was like, let's not make a big deal out of this. All he said was like, it was a G.I. Jane joke, man.
Exactly.
Like,
it wasn't
you're
that
a
bad.
dumbass.
Yeah,
it's a way to
exactly.
say you're a dumbass in front of everyone and stuff. But I have to say one thing, is that Will Smith recovered very well. Like, the speeches he made afterwards and stuff.
Yeah, that's not what I read, man.
No,
because the apologies that he made, people like a lot of people said, they are fake ass apologies. Come on, like they were too perfect. I apologize personally to Chris Rock, etc. It looks like somebody from his team, marketing team.
He apologized after the event.
Yeah.
Chris Rock. I'm talking to you about his speech that was 20 minutes after that, of accepting an Oscar, and stuff.
How did he recover? Yeah, because he got a stand-up ovation.
Like, he was like, he kind of like switched his whole speech, because I'm guessing you prepare speeches like this.
Of course.
He adapted it to the situation. He spoke about the thing with Denzel Washington. He made like that kind of like relation with the role he plays.
He said, you play a bad guy, or you play like your characters catch up to you, etc., etc. Which is funny, because he played the Serena Williams' dad, and Serena Williams' dad said, "No, I don't really agree with what he said." He also played famously Muhammad Ali, and Ali's family said, I mean, we love Will Smith, but what he did is unacceptable. I think he got backlash from everybody. A lot of people criticize also the stand-up ovation that he got. I think his speech was the best speech he could do, considering the conditions.
Yeah, that's what
he cried a little bit, and I don't mean to say that Will Smith is a bad guy, and I think he snapped, and it could happen to anybody. But now, when he apologized, I felt a little bit bad that he apologized to the academy, to the award academy, but he didn't apologize to the person he slapped. Like, you should say, Chris, I'm really sorry. I apologize. I hope we can maybe move on from this. And in a few days, whenever you're ready, I would love to come to you and personally apologize. This is the first message he should. Well, I'm sorry for the academy. Yes, of course, he caused a lot of damage to the academy, but apologize to the guy you just slapped, man. Just start with him. Start with him.
Yeah, but he did it afterwards.
Yeah,
This is one of the things that kind of comes back is that you kind of get a feeling maybe there's like a story behind it. Maybe they had like a previous beef, or I don't know. I don't read those.
Maybe no, me
stuff,
too. I didn't really go in deep into it.
It seems like it's not just like I would be shocked if it was just that. Like
I agree. I agree.
And that's what happened.
In my opinion, and a lot of people said that. You know, they have like a red table, a dialogue, etc. And famously, his wife Jada Pinkett Smith. I think I hope I get
Pinkett.
Pinkett.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, I hope I got her name right. I don't want to be slapped. I'm just kidding. Somebody's gonna walk in that door. Anyways, they played many movies together. They did voices for some Pixar movies, etc. But anyways, I lost my train of thoughts, to be honest.
Red Table.
Yeah, they did the Red Table. Thank you. And Will Smith and his wife were supposedly having an open relationship. And did you hear about that? And she had but listen, she had supposedly I don't know if we can call this an affair, but she had a relationship, and he was there, and she confronted him, and she said, "Yeah, I had a relationship," and he meant an entanglement. I had a relationship with a rapper or somebody, I don't know. Anyways, and he got a lot of backlash about it, saying, well, you're not a man, you don't know how to handle this, etc. So I think already his ego was a little bit hurt by that. And because he was very emotional, and she's like, I had a relationship. And he's like, a relationship, an entanglement. Okay, all right. So I think that also put fuel to the fire. But anyways, now, do you think that Will Smith's career will recover from it?
I think it's gonna it's gonna switch in a different direction.
Yeah, because they were shooting Bad Boys, and now they canceled some of his deals, or they postponed them.
There's gonna be like a small consequences, but like there's people that some action fit their brand. Like for instance, if you take Conor McGregor in the same situation, goes up the stage, slaps him, and gets out. Like it's gonna be the talk of the moment, but it's still in the context. In the brand of the guy. I don't like this guy. Why it's that much? Either he's gonna go like all victim mode and be like, "This is my biggest regret" and stuff. Because you're a lesson giver. You're always there saying, you need to answer problems differently. You need to think like this. We're doing like with my family, we have this circle.
Circle of trust, circle of honesty, etc. And now,
and he's all with all those quotes every day. He does stuff on Instagram. If you're not happy, you cannot put the happiness of someone else. Blah 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 and stuff. When you're selling that brand
motivation and like spirituality
and something like this happens,
you break everything. You go against your grain. You go against your image.
Unless like you put a lot of effort saying like you see like and victimizing himself and going on all those TV shows and be like, the devil comes to you when you're
exactly. I think that's the best angle.
It's really a moment in my career where I realized I was human. Blah, blah, blah.
That humbled me a lot, etc. So let me ask you this. What do you think would happen if Mike Tyson made that same joke?
Made that joke?
Yeah, made that joke. Instead of Chris Rock, there was like Mike Tyson. Do you think he would get up and slap Mike Tyson or try to slap Mike Tyson?
He would probably show some kind of
disapproval, but he wouldn't slap him.
But what I would like to see is like this like
The reverse.
the reverse, like having Mike Tyson in the place of Will Smith.
Listen,
Because if
Mike Tyson was
Tyson-
roasted so many times. He's
No,
like,
but what I mean is, if Mike Tyson was the guy slapping the guy,
oh,
you would have SWAT coming in, and
definitely.
getting
He would be
out.
put in jail. He would be like, oh, the monster. He's so
The guy
ignorant.
got
He's so
his
this.
Oscar 20 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. And I love how Jim Carrey said, yeah, Hollywood is spineless. Like they are
Yeah.
like giving an award to this guy. Fine. I think, again, this is another topic we wanted to discuss.
Imagine
Should we
if it was a
separate?
white guy instead of Chris
Slapping
Rock.
a black guy. Well, again, then if we imagine a lot of scenarios, yeah.
Like honestly, he got away with
Yeah.
with a lot,
He got away with a lot,
and
for sure.
and in big part thanks to Chris Rock.
Yeah, yeah. But I
Because
think
Chris Rock is the one that
diffuse the
actually-
situation.
more than that, he's the one that made Will Smith get his award possible. Like if he wanted, Will Smith wouldn't have gotten on the stage his Oscar.
True, true.
You know,
true,
like
true.
so. Yeah, you owe him, bro.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And backstage, I heard that the police came and they said, "Listen, here are your rights. Here is what you can do. You can go. We can go right now and arrest him if you choose to. He will spend the night in jail, no matter what he does. And then the next day he will be presented to a judge, and then you can discuss what you want to have from him, etc., etc." And the producer of the award said, "Hey, listen, you can sue him right now. We can come and get him right now." Allegedly, he was asked to leave,
Yeah.
and he said, "Nah, I'm staying." And then some people said they proposed. They said, "Do you want to leave?" And he said, "No, I can stay. That's fine." I'm talking about Will Smith, of course.
Yeah.
And so was he asked to be removed, and then he said no, or did they propose? Did they say, "Hey, you can go if you want"? That's a big difference. But again, let's not talk about semantics. I think Chris Rock was a rock, really.
Yeah,
class act. And this was a fiasco. I think he will recover. Will Smith will recover for sure, because he will use it as like, this is an opportunity for me to learn, etc., etc. And like Hollywood has a very short memory, and they will.
Plus,
they
he
will
got
move on.
his Oscar. That
He
was
got
like
his Oscar,
the only thing
absolutely.
missing in his career. Like, so I think that's part of the reason. I think if he had an Oscar before that, he would have probably left.
Probably. But after that, he went partying, etc., etc., which was a little bit.
Yeah, well,
Will Smith, right? There you go. All right, we will stop on that. Can you put the jingle,
Sure.
please?
We have a lot of
It's
memes.
it's
By
a
the
little
way,
fun.
subscribe.
Don't forget to follow us. Subscribe, comment, and we will bring you another episode soon. Thank you so much. Jingle, please. Jingle. The red one. Yes, there you go. And push the button for the volume for the red one. There you go. Increase it and then lower the volume. There you go.